Liverpool's transfer window is starting to heat up, and as always, there's some absolutely wild transfer rumours going around. We're going to take a look at 7 in particular today over the course of the week, some that are just complete nonsense, some that have more weight to them, some that are more realistic. We're going to go through transfer prices. Is this transfer going to be realistic? And actually, is it a good deal or not? We've got some categories I'm going to show you now. Let me make myself smaller. Yes, great transfer. We've got good business. Okay. You know what I mean? I can't decide. Can't see this one. And, of course, never in a million years. These are my 5 categories. Let me know in the comments and engage in the community down below. We're starting with Gerald Quansah. A lot of talks to buy Leverkusen amongst other clubs, but they seem to be the overriding club that are coming out with no actual valuation. I don't think there's been a fee arranged or anything. It's just interest at this point. I just highly doubt the valuation will be anywhere near the £50 million we were seeing at the start of the month or halfway through May. £50 million. I mean, if we can get that, my word, I'll drive them there. Which airport are we going? I'll get there now for now. I just think it'd be more down to £20 million or maybe 25 at a push. I think you are paying for the homegrown player aspect, like premium on top of that. We obviously don't want to lose a homegrown player, therefore there's a bit of tax on top of that. Do you know what I mean? I just think 25 for any club, this is not by Leverkusen, any club, we take 25 million. £20 million, I think we talk, and I think maybe we could push to the higher end of 25. But I've got this for me. I think it's in good business, no matter who he goes to. In Leverkusen's case in particular, I think this will make a lot of sense. Firstly, they've just lost Jonathan Tah. He's gone to Bayern Munich, of course. He's like one of their key players, right? And Gerald Quansah going there makes a lot of sense in terms of club relations. Wirtz, Frimpong, I think I'd even throw Mark Flecken in there. I know Flecken went from Brentford, to Leverkusen, but the knock-on effect of us selling Kelleher for cheaper than he's probably valued at to Brentford allowed Brentford to sell Flecken to Leverkusen for cheaper than he was valued at. So we're kind of playing happy families. Everyone seems to be happy. And I think that's recognised. I do think they realise that's happened. So we seem to have quite a good relationship with Leverkusen, certainly this transfer window. So this makes sense. Maybe they get a better deal on their end, and we get perhaps some money back for Quansah. I think Newcastle were interested for a while as well. I've seen Crystal Palace linked. These are the kind of clubs who Quansah could go to and could definitely start for. Let me know your thoughts down below. I think it's good business. Next, we go to Darwin Núñez. This is probably the big one because there's been a confirmation of Darwin Núñez' departure. No one said who it's going to be. I think Paul Joyce touched on it. David Ornstein definitely touched on it when he was speaking about Florian Wirtz. I think he mentioned Al Hilal in that statement. But I feel like as like casual football fans, we all just group Saudi together. I don't think we're particularly bothered. Like, let's be real, which Saudi club he goes to. We're not keeping track of it. It's the money. It sounds so like basic, but it is the money. Like that's why I put the Saudi badge behind him in no particular club. Because at the end of the day, we don't really. It doesn't matter if it's Al Hilal. I don't actually know anymore. It's money. It's money, and if we can get double the amount of money going to Saudi, going to Napoli or Atletico Madrid, you're going to take the option where you're getting double the money, aren't you? Of course you are. And I think if he is going to leave, this will be the main option. As again, talks of Atletico and Napoli have arisen. I just don't think there's any weight in them at all. I've seen people saying we could do a swap deal with Alvarez at Athletic. It's like, what? Alvarez? He's worth twice as much as him. Maybe 3 times. Like, Núñez has such a poor year. I'd even stretch that to 2 years. I think you'd do well to get £35 million. I really do think that. I think any more than 35 for let's say, a quote-unquote normal side, I think it's realistic. For a Saudi side who are willing to throw a bit of cash at this, I mean, you could literally get £80 million and no one would be surprised. If Saudi tomorrow give £80 million for Núñez, would you be going, wow, I never saw that one coming? Of course you wouldn't. We're seeing John Durango for like, you know what I mean? Similar kind of age. This is a really unexpected one, and you literally couldn't put a prediction on it. Hence why I have gone great transfer. I just think money's money. For me, you cut your losses here. Some people saying keep him, put him out on loan. Let me know in the comments what you think on Núñez. I think cut your losses now. This is clearly a rebuild. We've just got rid of the assistant coach, and there's a lot going on at the club now. A lot of signings, a lot of players going out. Get him out there now. Don't keep him on loan. Don't drag this on an extra transfer window when it doesn't need to at all. For me, Núñez should go, and it's great business, no matter the team. Luis Diaz is a tough one for me because he's my favourite player in the team. Maybe him and Conor Bradley. I love everything Diaz has to offer. I love his energy. I love his work rate. Never once doubted the Diaz project, and I think it has been a project at times. He had big shoes to fill in Sadio Mane, and I think he filled it until he got injured, and then maybe struggled to fill it after that injury. But I do think that the start of the season started really well. Maybe the middle tailed off, but I think the back end, the end of the season, really well. And for me, let me just make myself smaller there. I've got Diaz and can't see this one. I can see Quansah going, and I can see Núñez going. I just can't for the life of me see Luis Diaz going. And there were some rumours shut down the other day. I mean, these are rumours that have been gathered throughout the week. And I think later on in the week, the talks of Diaz going have diminished slightly. Admittedly, Barcelona seem very interested. Xavi in particular seems really interested in player. But I've just seen literally half an hour before recording, Inaki Williams, not Inaki Williams, Nico Williams, Inaki Williams, Nico Williams linked to Barcelona, heavy link as well. I think they're going to give him. I think Barcelona has given him less wages than last time, but Williams is more keen to join this time, obviously playing behind Lewandowski, playing with Yamal, Spanish teammates. And it depends on Rafinha. If Rafinha leaves, maybe Diaz becomes more of an option. If Rafinha stays and goes behind the striker, I think you could have a serious team there. And they're not going to bring in Williams and Diaz, of course. So this is a different one. It relies on a lot of factors. You know, when you buy a house, it's like a chain. When if someone's house is falling through, then you can't sell yours. It's like, that's what I get from this, and that's why I can't see it. And I do think price-wise as well, it's interesting where Diaz will be placed. Would you place Diaz around the £60 million mark? I would. I would take no lower. No lower at all. I think he's worth more than that, and I think that's a good deal. Let me know in the comments what you think on Luis Diaz. Slide 4, this is an interesting one. This has broken over the last few days. It's Bradley Barcola. I must just start by saying this. I don't think there's particularly much weight in this transfer at all. And I even think he's come out and said, or someone's come out and said, his future's at PSG. So take this one with a pinch of salt. But it is like a star name. Maybe not a star name because he doesn't actually start for PSG. But in terms of the wow factor this guy brings, I'd say he's a star name in that regard. And when a star name's linked to your club, it's like, yeah, you've got to bang him in these kind of videos. Know what I mean? I don't care if some guy down Tesco has told you they might be joining. You get it in this. I don't care about the source. You know what I'm trying to say? So Barcola, again, I don't think there's much weight in it. So I've put him right at the bottom there. If this was a more realistic transfer, of course I'd love Barcola to come. However, he's playing for a team where I think he'll try and earn his place next year. I think he'll try and earn it back up to Kvaratskhelia. He's also coming into a team in which we have two left wingers who, for me, I make a very good rotation. I've got to say, I've done a few videos in the past on Gakpo and Diaz as a pair, and I think they're great. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, left wing rotations in the world. Not even just the league, in the world. I don't think there's a real favourite there. There's not one standout player. They're both pushing each other. Do we need Barcola? Absolutely not. I just think it's one of them where, we're signing a player who can do it, who's got a bit of flair, skillful. We don't need him. We just don't need Bradley Barcola. Let's just chill out, please, and stop. Get your head out the bloody sand or the sun, whatever. What's the saying? Get your head out the whatever. We don't need Barcola. Just shut up. The next one's Ekatike. This guy is driving me insane. I've done a video. If I can encourage you to watch one video after this, I've done a video on the problem with Ekatike. I don't even want to repeat it. I've been through around the houses with this guy. I think he's so overrated. So overrated. And for the money, for £100 million, euros, rupees, whatever you want to currency it, he's not worth the money. He's a young player. We do not need to be taking risks on this player. He can't hit the back of the net, or at least effectively or efficiently enough as we need. We don't need another Nunes. Ekatike is an absolute no for me, and I've put him in that bottom. Make myself small there. In the bottom category for a reason. All the reasons are listed in my previous video. Go and watch it. This is the big man. Florian Wirtz, we'll keep this short again. My last video, my second to last one was about Wirtz. Go and watch that one. The thing is with him, it came out 100 million today as a fee, a flat fee with 16 million pounds add-ons. And I think they're performance-based in terms of the team winning things. That's how I understood it from first glance. This is literally an amazing signing. If you look at the players around him, John in the Premier League, or Casado, I guess, going from Prem to Prem, players like Declan Rice, none of them have lived up to £100 million price tag yet. Not one of them. Grealish, and there's the pressure on this guy's shoulders is going to be mega. I do think the transition he's got is quite an easy one. He's coming into the best team with the best players around him. He's joining with his mate Frimpong. Like, the transition couldn't probably be easier for a player coming in for £100 million from a different league to the Prem. Also, the Bundesliga is quite similar, I guess, to the Premier League in terms of the intensity and the tempo. Just said both of them words at the same time there. So I think it'll work. I think it's a great transfer. I actually think for £100 million, it's not a bad price. I think people need to stop pretending to be accountants and pretending like the money's coming out of their own back pocket and they're going to struggle to buy the meal deal on the Friday afternoon. You know what I mean? You're not going to see this money. If it makes the team better, it makes them better. Just shut up and stop putting it in like Indian or Japanese, Vietnamese dong as well. Put it in pounds or euros so we know where you stand. Don't put it in dollars so it looks like a worse signing if it does flop. I hate when people do that. The next, I think we've got two more actually. Jaros, the third choice goalkeeper from last year. who a lot of people in my video didn't actually know that was, which is a concern, guys. So please sharpen up. Subscribe, by the way, if you're not already. Get on there, smash subscribe and smash like as well. Jaros to Ajax, interesting one. Following Heitinger, I can see it. I've put it in here because it's one of the more concrete transfer rumours of the week. I don't think he has any place in this team now. Pesci signed, or Pesci, sorry. Need to work on the pronunciation of the young Hungarian. I've done a video on him as well. I've been flying recently. I've done vids on all these guys. Go and watch them. I don't think there's any place for Jaros. There was a link to the French league. I think this is probably more realistic. Does he start for Ajax? I can't tell you if I'm not particularly clued up, to be honest with you, but at least he'll get more game time than here. I've got it in good business. Good business. Get a fee for him. Happy days. And the final player is Milos Kerkez. It's going to be quiet, this. I won't lie. Like these rumours, I was hoping it would be quite strong come Friday, but on Tuesday it was pretty heavy, and then over the last 2 days, maybe because of Wirtz, I guess it dies down when you bring in Wirtz and you bring in a new assistant manager or coach, like I've done a video on again today. Go and check that one out with Van Bronckhorst. But I still don't think, surely, the negotiations can be like that quiet. We must be further on than we actually make out, because I'm not seeing much conviction in this transfer at all. I think it's an excellent signing, and I've put it in second. I've put it in the second one. Good business. To be honest with you, I didn't want to be too big-headed and put everything in the top band. But I think it's an excellent transfer, and I don't actually want to speak too much on it because it's one of my next videos, Milos Kerkez. I want to do a full deep dive into this guy. If you want to see that, make sure you subscribed and leave a like on the vid. If you enjoyed it, give me your thoughts on Kerkez down below. I don't want to spoil it with mine. That's coming up soon. Cheers for watching. Thank you.